Hi guys, Jordan Alexander here, Senior Director of Global Sales and Education for K18 Hair. And today, obviously here to talk to you guys about K18. So just to give you my background, first and foremost, I am still a hair colorist. Prior to K18, worked for another company for a number of years, and then also worked at a salon in Beverly Hills called Mesh. I specialize specifically in bleach and tones and fashion colors, and I've seen more dramatic results with K18 than any other product out there. If you have any questions or anything like that after the call, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram. It's at Jordan Stylist. But anyways, let's get right into this. So what is K18? K18 is basically an extension of the Human Genome Project, or when scientists mapped out the human DNA sequence. So what our scientists did over a 10-year period, they actually did the exact same thing for the keratin genome, mapping out all 1,242 decapeptides, which are the building blocks of hair. K18 is one of those patented peptides. Now, that all sounds super complicated, so let's simplify it. If you look at hair under a microscope, basically the easiest visual comparison is to a bunch of interwoven or interconnected ladders. Now, anything we do to our hair is going to break these ladders. Chemical services, when you're in your salon, color, lightener, perms, relaxers, keratin treatments, thermal reconditioners, Japanese straighteners, basically anything we do to our hair is going to break not only the center of the ladder, but the sides of the ladder as well. But as we all know, hair is not only damaged in the salon. Hair can also be damaged through chemical services, or sorry, through thermal styling. We all have those clients that love to go home, crank their flat iron up to 450 degrees and begin to barbecue their hair. So flat irons, curling irons, and blow dryers are also going to break both the center and the sides of the ladder, as well as environmental damage from sun and water and things like that. The whole idea of virgin hair is a myth. Everyone is going to experience damage to varying degrees. Now, in the past, when dealing with damage, we basically had two solutions. Solution number one, which has been around the longest, would be cosmetic chemistry. And what cosmetic chemistry is, it's basically load the hair up with oils, silicones, film formers, things like that to give the appearance of healthy hair. However, underneath, that hair is still damaged, that hair is still broken. Now, innovation number two, as I'm sure all of you are familiar with, and many of you are probably using, came with bond builders. Now, bond builders are great. However, they do have limitation. What a bond builder does specifically is it works on the horizontal rungs of that ladder, being your disulfide bonds. However, if we look at a ladder practically, if we only fix the center rungs and we do nothing to the sides, if we try to climb that ladder, we're going to fall, we're going to break our neck, and we're going to have a really, really, really bad day. What differentiates K18 from every other product out there is that first and foremost, we focus on the sides of the ladder first, which are your keratin chains or polypeptide chains. And as a secondary result, the disulfide bonds also reconform. So if cosmetic conditioners and bond builders are more like a BlackBerry, this is more like an iPhone. It's taking everything that was done in the past and just expanding upon that much, much further, basically in a two-step process in salon or as a one-step process at home. Now, I love that analogy, both the ladder and BlackBerry versus iPhone, when explaining to you, my fellow stylists, but also to the clients as well. This may age me a bit, but what I will say, though, I have also met a few people out there that don't know what a BlackBerry is. So, you can say gas car versus Tesla or choose whatever analogy you want to use. But basically what this is doing, it's going further and farther than any other product out there regarding strength and repair before and after your chemical services. So in salon, obviously that's what's most important to all of us. It is a two-step process, beginning with the K18 mist. Basically, what you are going to do prior to any chemical service, color, lightener, perm, relaxer, keratin treatment, Japanese straightener, thermal reconditioner, you are first going to gently mist the hair with water. Now, all you need to do, just a gentle mist. You don't need to get the hair super wet or anything like that. But the reason that we're wetting the hair with water first is to swell the cuticle to allow for diffusion of the mist into the hair. From there, you'll apply a generous amount of the K18 mist. You'll wait 4 minutes and you will apply and process your chemical service right on top of it. Now, as a quick time saving measure, what I like to do during that 4 minutes, that's generally when I'll go mix up my color or lightener or whatever else I'm doing. So that way I'm not really adding any additional time onto the service because I would have already been doing that anyways. Specifically when doing bleach and tones, highlights, or working with any type of lightener though, if after that 4 minutes that hair is still a little bit damp, what I'll do really, really quickly is I will rough dry the hair, which will take me another minute or two, just because we want to have the hair as dry as possible when working with lightener because any type of moisture could dilute down the lift. But most importantly with K18, you don't have to increase the developer. You don't have to increase the processing time, but most of all, you don't have to add anything into your chemical services at all. We're utilizing this mist to make the hair strong enough to withstand whatever it is that we're doing. So you can continue to apply and process as normal from there, keeping it super simple, super, super, super easy. The first process I'll talk about is going to be color. So you've started with water, you've started with the mist, you've applied and processed your color as normal. After that, you are going to rinse, shampoo, towel dry, and follow with the K18 mask. What this mask is doing, it's working to find any damage that may have occurred during your color service. But what's really, really nice about it is the fact that, number one, you get to just leave it in the hair. Number two, you don't have to use conditioner anymore at all if you choose not to, because generally what conditioner is doing is it's providing a cosmetic feeling to the hair, whereas with healthy hair, you don't really need conditioner anymore. Primary reason for that 4-minute waiting period, even though it is a leave-in, is in case you wanted to add any additional styling products. Those are going to contain oils, silicones, film formers, and things like that that could hinder K18 from working inside the hair. So after your color service, you've rinsed, you've shampooed, you've towel dried, you've applied the mask for 4 minutes. You're then going to begin to add product, begin to blow dry, begin to do whatever else you may want to do. Another quick time-saving measure, if you are going to cut your client's hair after, you can use the mask as a cutting lotion, and then that way you are completely avoiding that additional 4 minutes. Now, what is super unique about K18, not only in regards to the strength and repair and what it's doing, it's also highly, highly, highly concentrated. So a little bit goes a very long way. And generally the easiest way to recommend this, if you have a client with short hair, you are only going to use 1 pump or 1 ml of product. And just to give you guys an idea of what that looks like, that's all the product that you're going to use on short hair. For medium length hair, which is probably going to be about my length, you're going to use 2 pumps. And then for long hair, you will just use 3 pumps of product. Now, I do have one client that I do use 4 pumps or 4 mLs of product on, but just to give you guys a general idea of the type of hair that she has, she is Asian, waist length hair, ponytail about as thick as this. I generally use about 10 to 12 tubes of color on her, fashion colors. And even on her, I am only using 4 pumps or 4 mLs of product. So a little bit goes a very, very, very long way. Generally, in most situations, though, you are only using 2 pumps or 2 mLs of product. Now, when talking about lightener, it's basically going to be the exact same process with a couple of slight differences. So you've gently misted the hair with water. You've applied your K18 mist. You've let that sit 4 minutes. Come back if you need to. You rough dry the hair really, really quick. You go through, you lighten the hair, apply and process as normal, rinse, shampoo, towel dry, follow with the mask for 4 minutes. Now, what the mask is doing in this process, it's not only repairing damage from the lightener service, but it's also going to even out the porosity of the hair. What I've specifically noticed with my clients is that my glosses, my toners, even my fashion colors are grabbing more evenly throughout. You would then apply and process your toner as normal, rinse or shampoo based on manufacturer's directions, and then follow with the mask one more time for that 4 minutes. One of the other cool aspects about K18 is the fact that it's actually progressive. And what I mean by that is you're going to see amazing results after one application. It's generally about the third or fourth time, though, people are like, oh my God, this does not even feel like my hair anymore. So because K18 is not a protein-based product, there is no danger of overuse whatsoever. And it also shows why the more touch points that we get during the service, the better the hair is going to be. So color and lightener, super, super easy. All we're talking about is an additional 4 minutes before, 4 minutes after for the best results possible. And obviously, if you're going to mix your color or lightener during that first 4 minutes and you're going to use the mask as a cutting lotion on that secondary, then we're basically eliminating that in time entirely. Now, obviously, we all have those clients that come in with really, really damaged hair, especially new clients, and we're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't, like, the idea of even putting lightener on your hair right now scares me. So K18 can also be used as a reparative treatment by itself. Easiest thing to do, take your client to the shampoo bowl, shampoo their hair thoroughly, towel dry, and then from there, you will immediately apply the mist and follow that with the mask on top for 4 minutes. At that point, you can begin to cut, you can begin to blow dry, and that's generally when I'll begin to evaluate the level of my client's hair and how I want to take that approach. But super, super great as a quick reparative treatment as well, just a quick 4 minutes. Now, I'm sure many of you do keratin treatments. Keratin treatments are a bit different. So the way a keratin treatment works is what it does is it basically provides a laminate or a coating on the hair. So the approach for a keratin treatment will be slightly different. So you're going to again begin just like normal. You're going to gently mist the hair with water. You're going to apply a generous amount of the K18 mist. You're going to let that sit for 4 minutes. And then you are going to clarify per your keratin's instructions, be that 1 time or all the way up to 7 times, depending on what the manufacturer is recommending. By clarifying the hair, this is not going to remove the effects of K18, but what it is going to do, this actually has a higher pH of 7.5, which is meant to open the cuticle up. The keratin treatment will specifically bind with our peptide, providing better results with the keratin treatment. But one of the things that we've noticed the most, though, is the fact that we are seeing much less breakage throughout the crown, or something that I like to call the Kentucky claw. So as we all know, repeated passes with the 450-degree iron is not a conditioning treatment. So this does definitely help prevent damage to the hair during that process. You'll then apply and process your keratin as normal, and then you will not follow with the K18 mask. Primary reason for this being K18 is not going to be able to penetrate immediately through that barrier that the keratin has created. So what you're going to do, you're going to send your client home with the retail products. You're going to have them wait 2 to 3 shampoos, and then they can begin to use the at-home version of the mask. So super quick, super, super easy there. I wish I could overcomplicate that. Now, moving on to perms. So don't know how many of you out there are doing perms. You know, for the last number of years, I have heard that perms are coming back. We are starting to see it more and more. The perm process is also a little bit different. What you're going to do, again, you're going to, well, actually with a perm, what you're going to do first is you are going to shampoo the hair, towel dry, and then you're going to apply a generous amount of the K18 mist. However, in this situation, you are not going to wait the 4 minutes, primarily because you're just going to go immediately into rolling your perm. If you can roll a perm in less than 4 minutes, I would be very, very surprised. But basically, yeah, you're going to roll your perm, and then you're going to apply and process as normal, rinse, follow with your neutralizer, and then you are going to follow with the K18 mist one more time at the very end. Primary reason that we are not using the mask and we are only using the mist at the end is the fact that we don't want any type of cream-based product weight on freshly formed curls. So super, super quick, super, super easy there. The results with Perms have been absolutely stunning. So really nice there. Sorry, this is Lieutenant Dan, my cat. But yeah, so that's going to cover generally most of the most widely used processes in salon. We have also created a retail product for your clients to take home. So in the class, I was sending some of my clients home with 3, 5, even up to 10 retail products. And in many situations, I would get maybe 20 or 30% of my clients to actually use the products, primarily because it was complicated. They didn't have time for it. They just didn't want to do it. They forgot what to use when. So I've gone from 20 to 30% of my clients using my at-home retail products that I would recommend to them to 100%. And it's primarily because of the ease of application at home. So all your client is going to do, they're going to get in the shower, shampoo their hair, get out, towel dry, follow with the K18 mask for 4 minutes, and then they're done. They can begin to add styling products, blow dry, whatever else it is they're going to do. The simplicity of it has just made it so easy for a client to use at home. Generally, what we recommend to clients is for the first 4 to 6 shampoos, they're going to utilize K18 after. And then from there, they're going to go every 3rd or 4th shampoo. So the first phase is going to be your repair phase, whereas that secondary phase is going to be more of a maintenance phase with that every 3rd or 4th shampoo. In between those 3rd or 4th shampoos, you can use your favorite deep conditioners, masks, whatever else that you may want to use. So super quick, super easy there. Now, obviously as stylists though, it's not only about providing the hair with better results, it's also about making money for us. So when looking at the mist and mask, your cost per application is generally about $2.24. Recommended upcharges are going to be anywhere from $10 to $25, and that's primarily going to be based, on your clientele and your current service pricing. Most importantly, it's better to charge 100 people $20 than it is to charge one person $100. You know your clients inside and out, so choose what you think is going to be best for your clients. K18 truly is one of the most simplest, easiest products that I have ever used. I have seen more dramatic results on my clients than on anything else. What I will say, in the next month or so, we are coming out with 2 new shampoos. They are going to be a detox and a daily shampoo. Both of them are going to be microdosed with the K18 peptide, and it is going to have an entirely different function than what is going on in the mist and the mask. Whereas the mist and mask are truly about strength and repair, our new shampoos, by microdosing that peptide, are going to be used to prevent protein loss. What's really cool though, specifically about the detox shampoo that we're coming out with, is number one, it actually has a pH of 3.8 to 4.2. So what that pH is going to do, it's going to help close the cuticle down, meaning lay the cuticle down. It's not going to seal it. But what that's going to do, it's going to help maintain moisture within the hair. Also, because of that lower pH, it is an entirely color-safe detox shampoo. I've seen absolutely stunning results on my clients. Also contains an activated charcoal, which is going to help cleanse the hair, the mid shaft and the ends, all the way to the scalp. And then salicylic acid specifically for the scalp. Super amazing detox shampoo. And then also coming out with a daily as well that's going to be microdosed with a peptide. One of the most unique aspects of these shampoos, though, is the fact that they only have 17 ingredients. Typically, when we look at a shampoo in our industry, we're looking at 40 or more ingredients. So generally, they're filled with a lot of fillers and oils and silicones and things like that, that really they're getting the hair clean, but at the same time, they're adding things back into the hair where we wanted to be able to create the cleanest canvas possible. So that's why we specifically formulated these shampoos. Now, there are 2 things that you can do wrong with K18. The first of those is applying the mask to unclean hair. So the first time I tried to utilize this product, I used it on my girlfriend, and she was what I would call a dry shampoo addict. She was going through about a bottle of dry shampoo a week. So first time we go to use the mask just by itself, just as a quick treatment, shampoo her hair, we use it, and we're like, oh my God, it doesn't work. Well, what we realized that in the situations, you have a client that's using tons of dry shampoo, or let's throw it back to like Aquanet or just tons of product in general. In those cases, what you want to do is use a detox or clarifying shampoo in place of a regular shampoo. 99% of the time, whatever your favorite regular shampoo is going to be just fine. But in those instances that you feel like the mask is not working, switch over to your favorite detox shampoo. Hopefully that's K18 when we release that, and that's going to solve that issue immediately. The only other thing that you can do wrong is adding too much of the K18 mask to the hair. This is not going to be harmful in any way, but basically what it can do, if you overuse the product, it's just going to be a little bit sticky and kind of weigh the hair down. If that happens, just rinse it out really quick. Very simple, very, very easy. And it's also why I recommend when adding K18 to your clients, start with one pump at a time and then add more as needed, because you'll see that it goes through the hair very, very quickly, very, very easily. And what you may have thought you needed 3 pumps for, you may only actually need 1. So play around with the product, experiment, but most of all, highly recommend you guys to try it on yourselves. I always feel like it's better to talk from personal experience than it is to talk from, whatever I told you or anything like that. The other area that K18 does work really, really well on, which I know many of you out there do, are extensions. As long as they are 100% human hair, you can utilize K18 as a treatment on extensions. The only difference is going to be is you're going to use the mask on the mid shaft and ends only, whereas you'll use the mist all the way throughout the extensions. Primary reason for avoiding the base with that mask, we want to avoid the base of extensions with any cream-based product, just due to slippage or anything like that. Does anyone in the chat have any questions? Not seeing anything come in yet. So yeah, guys, more than anything else, I really wish I could make this super long, super drawn out, but I have seen more dramatic results with this product than anything else. If you want, come check out my work on Instagram at Jordan Stylist. Follow us on Instagram at K18 Hair or TikTok. And hopefully look forward to meeting a lot of you in the near future. I will be at Salon Republic in West Hollywood this Thursday from 11 to 1. So if you are at that location, feel free to drop by, ask any questions, and hope to see all of you soon. Have a wonderful day, and bye.